God, I just lost one. I done lost 2 today. You know, I don't lose many. I usually won a trip. To lose 2 today. It's because they're not hit. I told you they're scattered, and we had this cold front last night. Now, what did he do? Ooh. And then he goes around my transducer. Thank goodness I'm using 4-pound test on this one. Well, got it. Right? I'm thinking that wasn't a 2-pound test one, right? That would have been a mess, wouldn't it? This ain't no baby. What are you doing to me? Guys, it's been one of those days. I'm telling you. Been one of those days. What happens sometimes is the head of the jig, got it. The head of that jig gets caught in the net, guys. The tie. You know where you tie your bait on? It gets caught in the loop of the net's what happens. I love that rubber net, but it will get a hold of that. Look, he's lapsode. I'm part cowboy. Yee-hee! That's a nice fish, guys. Sorry, guys, it took so long. Now watch him get a hook at me. Yeah, I've had a tough day, guys. I'm telling you. That little damp sitting here in the sun. I know it's got to be hot. Well, I told you all it's the way it's been going. All right, guys. Look at he's 13 even. Thank you, buddy. 13 even. I'll get that slime. Y'all see the slime going everywhere when he was flopping? That's why I wet it first too. Now, I caught him out of a school, and I didn't have this camera on. I'll try to get it on next time, guys. I just come here. That's the first fish I threw at. Like I said, I threw at one, lost it out of the same school. It was like 6 or 8 together. I lost it. I reeled in real fast. Threw again. I caught the second one. Okay. And I mean, they're just now starting to want to bite. I've been out here for an hour and a half, and it's been tough. I didn't get no hurry today, guys. It's 3 o'clock because it was 25 degrees, as I said in the last clip this morning, which is way below. The water temperature has dropped 5 to 6, maybe 7 degrees. It was averaging 58 to 60 in these coves, and right now it's 55, but it was 53 when I started. There's one that's 50 feet, and they've been deep. They're just now starting to come up, and they're kicking around. I gotta get a little closer. So maybe we can catch a few now. And sometimes, guys, when we have these cold fronts like that, and that was a severe cold front for this time of year. We had frost warnings and stuff like that. And yesterday it was only 42 all day. And we were 65 the week before that. Even hit 70, I think, a couple days. So we went from 65 to 42 during the day. All right. So they're deep right here. I can show you this other camera. Fish right there between 35 and 40 feet. By himself, he's sitting still, so I'm going to throw at him. You see my bait coming. The guy, that's a 1/48. You see how fast it's falling? Of course, I got a fluke on that. Little fluke don't have much resistance, does he? He's moving toward it. He went over and checked it out, and that was it, didn't he? See my bait coming? So I got to keep it moving. He went and checked it out. This is why I enjoy casting to him. Look how hard he's fighting. I got 2-pound test. And he's just throwing a fit there now. He was way out there. He was 45 to 50 feet out there, and I threw out there to him. So I've got to reel him that far, and being I have 2-pound test, I can't just jerk him up in the boat and flop him in the boat. I've got to take my time and work him in. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy catching the fish, taking your time, reeling them in, okay? And I've got a 10-foot rod, and I do some vertical jigging, and that's fun too when you get them on brush piles and stuff. But I have to say, my favorite thing to do is cast to them like that and catch them. And see, he's not a monster. He's going to surprise you. Start guessing. Look here, guys. He's 12 inches. See, that's a nice crappie, isn't it? You just don't take a 12-inch crappie and 2-pound test and reel him in that fast. You got to take your time. But I'm gonna cut this other camera on. Y'all can see they're still there now. Way out there, 50 feet. 50 feet out there. That's where they're at. Uh-oh. We're gonna go back to the video where I had to cut my line. All right, guys, my line got tangled right with you. I think this time it was just me. And it's 2-pound test with this light jig. I had 1/48 ounce. They're 50 feet. They're right there. They're on this point. This 1/48 ounce jig with 2-pound test, I can throw it that far. Now I'm letting it sink. They're 5 foot. Now I'm gonna start reeling it. I do not see my jig. I didn't see it last time. Okay. I'm watching the fish. I haven't seen any of them move right there, y'all. You watching it? See any of them move? I see something. I see one moving. All right, I got him. I got him. See him coming there now? I see something. I see one moving. All right, I got him. I got him. See him coming there now? All right, guys, live action. I can see him on this camera right here coming. He's at 30 feet. Now, see, the school stayed there. I have no idea what they're on. This is the first time I've seen do that today. I'm going to say they're up there somewhere on a stump or something. They're only in 5 feet, 6 feet of water to where the sun can hit them. Because, like I told you, it was 25 last night. Water temperature has dropped. He's about the same size. They're getting where they can get some sun this day. I mean, when you get cold, you go stand beside the furnace. I got a wood stove, guys. I fired my wood stove up the last 2 nights because it's been cold. And I went down this morning, got up 3:30, 4 o'clock, about the same size. I go down there and put some wood in the stove. I want to stand there a couple minutes beside the stove sometimes. I got a little closer and they backed off some. Let's bring this down. That'll help some. And bring down a little more. That was my dumbness. You should always bring that down when you can. I got one of them. There he comes. Oh, he got off. Right here. See him get off with my bait in front. That's all right. I'm going to throw back. Okay, I never seen him move, so I'm going to reel it in. And well, guys, you know, I said this before. This is the hardest part of using a live scope. Lining it up at 50 feet and casting to those fish. The wind's pushing your bait, the water current's pushing it, and to cast out there, you got like, and casting to those fish, you got like a 3 to 4 foot window to cast to. And that's hard. I have adults out with me that can't do it. I've had young people, and they cast a couple times, and I said, where's my bait? And I go look, and I said, your bait's way over here, you're 5 feet off. You got to be pretty precise, guys. I felt him hit that time. I didn't see my bait. I didn't see the fish move, but I felt the thump. Live for that thump, right? He ain't a very big one, I don't think. But he thumped it. He had the right attitude. Yeah. He had the right attitude. He thumped it. And I'm going to pick him up. This 2-pound test, it'll handle him. He thumped it. I might have done caught the biggest ones out of it. We're just fun fishing now. He's about, he's probably 8.5, 9. He's probably 8 and 5/8. Now let's see if we can find him here. All right, guys. I'm gonna see if I can get a little closer. Here's a school of fish. All right, there they are at 40 feet. There's my bait. See my bait coming down right there? All right, I'm gonna start reeling it slow. Nothing. Gosh, guys, this one came up. It was out there about 15 foot on the bottom. I thought, gosh, I wonder if that's a crappie. I'm going to throw at him anyway. It looks like a crappie. So, we're going to find out right here in a minute. White perch run the bottom a lot, and crappie with this cold front will run the bottom some too. Like I said, they're acting really a lot different today. Yeah, it's a crappie. So they're acting really different today after this cold front. He was on the bottom, just off of the bottom, enough where I can make him out. And I thought it looked like a pretty decent fish. I said, it looks too big to be a white perch. And I switched baits on y'all now. I went to the tank shad. Now, this is yellow magic. It's not the chartreuse. I've been catching them on chartreuse, what I call sunshine. This is yellow magic. It's yellow and chartreuse. It's a nice fish, guys. It's yellow and chartreuse and silver flake. It's really a good color. It looks chartreuse, but it's not. I've held it up and showed y'all. He's 12. I've showed y'all before in other videos. Guys that watch the channel a lot. I've held it beside of a chartreuse bait, and it's yellow. I don't put any chartreuse dye in it. Anything I put in it is yellow. Yellow. I put a little bit of pearl powder in it. And that's what gives it that darkness. And it's like, if you look close, you can see the chartreuse and silver flake. That's the tank shad. But I have those in a lot of different baits. But I'll just sit here looking around. I haven't moved from catching the last 2 or 3. I moved forward a little bit because when I started, might have been back the length of the boat. I've moved forward by the length of the boat because they was on this point right here, so I was casting out in front of this dock. It's a point goes back in that cove, and it's shallow right there. It's stumps right there because I'm only in 13 foot here. But that point, you got to be careful. I actually can look over and see the willow grass starting to come out of the water, growing out of the water over there. Y'all notice our trees. Let me get a shot away from the sun. I don't know if y'all can tell now, our trees are already out. Got little leaves on them already. That's why I was telling you, to be 25 this morning was unusual for us. Hopefully this is the last hurrah of the cold front, right? I'm tired of cold weather. I'm ready for some summer weather where I actually got to sweat some. God, this is one has the right attitude right here. That's what I'm waiting for all day. There's 2, they were moving fast, 2 of them about 8 foot deep. I threw out there and out in front of him, and he come running. It was sinking, he come running. He called fair catch. It's mine, it's mine. He come running, ran up to it and just nailed it. That's the kind you like. I'm just holding on. This 4-pound test here, but on this rod. They don't have one but 2. I thought he was a pretty decent one. There's 2 of them. Oh, he might. This here might make 2 pounds. No, I don't think so. He's nice though. Nah. He's 14, guys. He's a fat one though. He's probably a pound 6 ounces, pound 8 ounces. I thought maybe he looked a little heavier than that when he first came into the net, but nah. Once I got my eyeballs on him good, nah. They look big when they flop in that water and turn up the boat, don't they? That's when you look at them and go like, oh, it's a hog. Switch colors on y'all too, guys. Like I said, this is a fun video. This is that pumpkin chartreuse I tried to make. The pearl's pretty close to what I wanted, but look, it's working. I've caught a couple on it now. I caught a couple on last video and I caught a couple on today. Y'all noticed the wind's getting bad now. So like I said, I'm in the same spot. Look, I haven't hardly went nowhere. All right. I don't, I just kick around a little bit at a time. If I think it's fish here, I sit and look around, and then I kick the trolling motor. I go forward a little bit. But the crappie are moving, guys. They're scattered and moving. You probably could just set one in place and might be the best thing to do. I don't know. All right, guys. Another school came running by. I was heading out of the cove here, ready to pull my trolling motor and take off. And a school come running by in front up to my right. I just threw at him. Oh, he's a nice one. And it looked like it was all about the same size, and 2 of them got right after it. 2 of them act like it's gonna eat it up. And this one ran it down. Oh, he's a nice fish. My gosh, I might want to stick around and find him again. That's going to go in. Look at that fish. Gee. Woohoo. Woohoo. Like a little doughboy, isn't it? I probably look like the little doughboy. Oh boy. Come here. I got you. Same thing, technique. I let that jighead fall down. He's nice. I don't think he's big as He might be a little bit bigger than that last one. No, yeah, he is. Look at that. He's 14 1/4. He's a fat one. He's a fat one though, isn't he? All right, guys. You ain't gonna believe this. Well, you might believe it. He's a small one. I was throwing at 2 just now, and they would look like they was pretty decent. They wasn't paying much attention to my bait. So I threw back out there again, and as I was working it past them, this fish came in from the backside. I see him coming, and when I brought it past him, he ran up and grabbed it. Yep. It was like, they don't have a right to that. That's mine. That's mine. I'm gonna get it. He's probably 9 1/2, 9 5/8. And I was throwing. This is what I was throwing. I showed you I was gonna put it on there. Okay, he done flipped it around. I had it sideways, like flat. Yep. That's the tadpole. This is a strange fish. This fish was at 25, 30 feet from me, and he would not bite. What is wrong with the reel? And he got out there at about, he kept going away. What is wrong with my reel? My reel wants to spin backwards and the thing is caught. He got out there about 35, 40 feet. And I kept throwing at him. He decided, when he got about 40 feet, I threw it in front of him, he was bringing it back to him. He decided he wanted it then. So sometimes it might just be the angle, because I brought it past him a couple times and he didn't want it. This is that tadpole, sunshine color. And he's not a monstrous fish. I say, guys, I'm heading back in. I stopped at a place going back. He's a little bit over 13 1/4. Okay, folks, we caught some fish, didn't we? Got my bait hung up trying to show it to you. Like I said, this was a fun day. Picked up a hair jig on my bait. This was the last one I was throwing. This is that willowtail. It's got a willowtail. It's called tadpole, but it's in the sunshine color. The sunshine color is a good color. You can see down now about a foot. This is the stinger I was throwing in that. Okay. And I also was throwing the new color. I got it laying here, guys. I'm just picking up my baits here. I got laying. This is the new color I was throwing. It's a chartreuse pearl belly, pumpkin seed back. I haven't done a porta catch on it yet, guys. We're going to. I just made them last week. Like I said, I showed them in another video. I made them last week. Then I made another color. Here's green pumpkin with the green. I put a little bit of lime in the chartreuse. See the difference? So I caught fish on both of those last video. But this was just a fun video. Excuse me. If there's anything in this video that's a lesson, it was 25 last night. It got cold Thursday night. This is Saturday. Then it was 25 last night and Friday night. It was only 42 Friday. This is the first week of April. Y'all can try to show you our trees got leaves on them already. This is definitely a cold snap for us. And it messed the fish up. The water was running 58 to 62 some places. Back in where I'm at now, it was running about 62 the other day. Some of the coves I fished during this video earlier, it was running 58, 59. Today, this morning, it was running 53. It's back up now to about 54, maybe 55. And that's the surface layer, right? So it knocked that water temperature. The crappie, a lot of them were hanging the bottom. A lot of them had schooled up. There was a lot of groups of 6, 8, and 10, and they just roaming. They'd come by the boat, and you'd have to throw out in front of them, try to run them down. Didn't see as many crappies as I've been seeing the last few trips. So I think a lot of them were running the bottom. I've seen a lot of fish on the bottom. A lot of those are white perch, I know. But I think some of them today were crappie that was running right across the bottom. So when you get a cold front like this, they act totally different. I didn't even come out to after 12. And I can tell you, as the day went on, it got better. Seemed like the best fishing didn't really get fired up to about 3 o'clock. Okay, from like 3 to 4:30, seemed like to me I'd done pretty good. I caught some pretty fast. Okay, that helps you any. Once that sun gets on the water for a little while, get some heat back in the water. Also, the sun is strong that time of evening, it's stronger. I can feel it now on my back, and they get up in that sun and warm up. You can tell I got a lot of clothes on. I still got my windbreakers on because it was chilly, and it's chilly when the boat moves. I think tomorrow it's supposed to get up in the 60s. It's supposed to be 52 to 54 today. And tomorrow it's supposed to get back up in the 60s. Monday, we're back in the 70s. All week next week, we're 65 to 70. We should be this time of year, okay? All right, guys. Feel that cold wind hitting me now. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the y'all do to watch the channel. Appreciate you watching the channel. Appreciate the great comments. As always, good comments y'all leave, guys. I appreciate it, reading every one of them. Trying to answer back to every one of them, okay? My name is Dennis, guys, and we'll see you on Sundays. Pour to catch. See ya.